Thank you so much for joining me. The first question is, what is your name?
Hi, my name is Nikki.
What high school did you go to and where are you at now?
I study at the University of Sydney and I'm studying a Bachelor of Psychology, minoring in design.
I'm giving you permission to be a little bit of a show off here. What subject did you state rank in?
I state ranked in food technology. I actually did accelerated food technology, so I completed that in year 11.
Mhm. Any particular mindset going into your last year of high school, and whether you had any fears or expectations of yourself?
I think going into year 12, I was definitely nervous because they make HSC out to be such a big thing. It seems like the end all. Where you really need to get, a really good ATAR and that will determine like your entire life path. So I was definitely very nervous. But I think my mindset was I just wanted to do my best. I just wanted to achieve my personal best um, and give myself as many opportunities as I could with my ATAR. I think I was also quite lost at that time. I didn't really know what I wanted to do in university and what opportunities were there ahead for me. Um, so it was really just studying. Yeah.
Mm.
What was I most afraid of? I think it was letting myself down, like um, not achieving what I could have, and also probably letting the people around me down.
Did you have any distinct highs or lows from the final year of high school?
Probably a standout high was there were actually several. This kind of deviates from studying, but I think when you're in year 12, because you guys are all going through the HC, I think you become a lot closer to a lot of people, and you become a really tight as a cohort. Just because you guys are all struggling through the same thing, going through lots of stress. Um, so I think I really appreciated the community we built. Um, yeah, simply just like, studying together, sharing notes, just comforting each other through hard times. I think that was a really standout experience to me. Yeah, there were definitely a few lows, just as expected. Um, I think there were probably two key ones. I think the first one was when the first time I failed an exam. It was a 3 unit maths exam in term 4 of year 11. Oh, sorry, it's term 1 of year 12, which is term 4 in 2017. That was the first time I failed. Yeah, that was a very big hit to the, not necessarily the self esteem, but I guess to the motivation. Um, but in all, like you really recover from that. Like that really didn't end up affecting my marks that much. It was an internal exam, it wasn't weighted that heavily, and I really learned and grew from it. And I think the second low would be I had quite a tumultuous year just with teachers. Like my English teacher, she had a lot of things going on in her personal life. So she ended up taking a massive break, and we had a sub for English the entire year. And that was really, really, really stressful because I basically just self teach myself the entire year 12 English syllabus. And my marks actually did plummet. Like I knew I could have done a lot better if I had a teacher, but yeah, that's just unfortunate. I think that created a lot of stress, but I ended up doing really well. So it didn't. Yeah, things come together.
A little bit of a fun question. Did you have any pre exam rituals or superstitions during year 12?
I did. So I think I have two of them. One of them was I always had to eat like a punnet of blueberries when I was studying right before an exam. I don't know if you remember this,
I
but I was
do.
obsessed with blueberries because I always felt like my memory was just so much sharper, and but it makes sense because blueberries have like so many antioxidants and that is good for you in general. Maybe this is the food tech nerd in me that's coming out. Um, and the other one was I had to use a very specific pen. I actually have that pen here with me. This is the Pilot BPSGP in medium. And I just really like it because it's so smooth and it like has the perfect amount of weight. And this was like $5 from Officeworks, but I bought like 10 of these and I ran through them so quickly, but it was worth it.
Did you ever run out of ink in an exam?
Yeah, of course. No, just switch pens. I come prepared.
Fair enough, fair enough. Are there any personal or academic tips that you'd like to share?
I think a personal tip for me for English was don't memorize your essays. I should reword that. I think memorizing essays works for some people, especially if you're not that strong in English, and you want something to fall back on. But I think have some confidence to write that essay in the exam and to really base it off the question. I think that's what really distinguishes you from like a good mark to a really, really high mark. I think it's really like specificity to the question. Yeah, just have confidence and yeah, just be confident, trust yourself, and give yourself the flexibility to write your essay on the spot. Because I think in year 11, I did really well because I didn't memorize any of my essays. But then by year 12, I got a bit nervous and a bit scared. So I started memorizing my essays. And I think that really did restrict me a little bit. Yeah, for English, just, yeah, know your text extremely well. Definitely write a bunch of practice essays. Really underlooked how much a tutor could help you. I didn't do tutoring for English, and I wish I did, because I think that would have cut out a lot of time I spent on the subject. But then, of course, not everyone has access to those resources. Yeah, seriously, with HSC, one really good thing is that it's just all based on the syllabus. It's all, you can memorize everything. Like, at least for content-heavy subjects, like everything's very much prescribed and you don't have to do that much critical thinking. So yeah, the benefit of a syllabus, like you won't really get that in university.
If someone only has a few weeks or days left to study for an exam, how might they make the best use of their time?
I think if you don't have as many resources at hand, you definitely need to be more proactive to sort of catch up with some of the peers. And being proactive means like really asking your teacher, like your class teacher, a lot of questions, sending them lots of practice essays. And just really, I think teachers will see that you're just being very genuine and just being very hardworking, and they will try and like help you. And I think now there's so many free resources on the internet as well, and they're actually quite high quality. So definitely scour the internet for some of those. And I think you can definitely build a network of peers that have the same goals and are equally as driven. And I think that really helps with motivation. And you guys can also like form study groups. You guys can share notes, edit each other's essays, give feedback. Like, I think really don't like underestimate or don't overlook the value of your peers in helping you as well. It's definitely very demotivating when you haven't done so well as well as you would have hoped. But it's really just about putting that aside and focusing on the present and what you can do. Yeah, it's really just every little thing makes a difference, whether you can see it or not.
Could you share a quick word, or is there something you'd like to say to those going into their final exams this year?
Yeah, without a doubt, I cannot imagine doing HSC in conditions like this. It is extremely difficult, and just really big props to you guys for doing this. It's insane.
A final reflective question. So, thinking back to where you were at the end of high school, is there anything that has surprised you about yourself and where you'd be? And what would be one piece of advice you'd give to your year 12 self?
Is there anything that has surprised you about yourself and where you'll be? I'm proud of myself, I think. I'm really proud of where I've come, all the progress I've made. Yeah, I think it was really, my mindset changed in university, where I became a lot more open-minded to taking on new experiences and just being more confident and believing myself and really finding myself. And that's really given me the life that I want. Like, yeah, everyone, you can seriously achieve the life you want, and you are deserving of all of it. So present day Nikki would tell year 12 Nikki is just, yeah, literally just believe in yourself. Like, you are so capable, more than you can think, more than you can imagine. And it's all just about hard work. Yeah, putting in effort and showing up every day and consistent effort. And also just relax, take a chill pill. It's all good.
Definitely.
Seriously, it is. Like, I know everyone tells you this, but HSC, it is important. Like, I acknowledge that, and it will be like the biggest thing you've ever done up until that point. But at the end of the day, you're not going to remember it. Like, no one's ever going to ask you about your ATAR like a month after. I don't think I've ever mentioned ATARs to any one of my friends like within like a week of it releasing, and then it was over. Yeah.
Well, that is all the questions. So thank you for, taking a trip down memory lane with me and for giving all those tips and everything. So yeah, it's been great.